Everyone, welcome to another beautiful video. Today we're going to be making Akamu, which is called pap, and it's also called ogi in Yoruba. For us to make our Akamu, you firstly get your corn. I prefer yellow corn. You pick. You are also getting your chiffon clothes. You are getting your bucket, and we need lots and lots of water. So if this is type of video you want to watch, come on, let's get to kitchen to prepare our pap. You get a clean bucket or a big bowl that has a cover. Then you pour in your corn. After you sell it, then you're going to add normal temperature water. I mean normal cold water from your tap. Then you wash it, because this is what I usually do. I make sure I wash everything, the doors from the market. You have to really wash. And as I'm washing, you can see how dirty the water looks like. So after washing like this, I'm going to pour out the water, and those bad corns, you can see them, they are floating. You're going to let them go up. Now I'm ready to soak my corn after pouring out the water. So I put water on fire, that is on it, and I'm boiling point. Then this hot water, I'm adding it to my corn. There's a reason I'm doing this. If you want to have a unique taste when you make your pap, that you make your children to like your pap, then this is the method you should use. If you use just ordinary water, you are still going to have the taste of the corn. Either the corn is old corn or the corn is new corn. So if it is new corn, it comes with it. There's a particular taste it comes with. If you don't want that particular taste in your pap after making it for your children or for yourself, then you have to start your soaking of your corn with hot water. So you covered it up and keep it aside. Now this is the next day. I've opened it to look at how the water still look like. So I'm going to pour out the water. That was the hot water yesterday, so it is now cold now. So I'm going to pour out the water and still look at how the corn looks like. Nothing changed. So don't feel, oh, I hope I'm not going to be boiling my corn. You're not boiling your corn. You're actually getting rid of those corn wounds and some stubborn worms that doesn't die when you soak this corn. So I'm done with that. Then I soak it again. Now after soaking, there's one interesting thing I really wanted to do. I washed again, and I try as much as possible. I soaked it again. Then after soaking, the next thing I'm going to be doing is, that's the next day. So I'm just looking for a stem of this is my bitter leaf tree. So I'm just trying to get the stem. I think this is okay. This is my bitter leaf, my bitter leaves. So these leaves, I'm going to soak it with the corn again. Now, I'm not going to soak it when I added hot water, because it's actually going to react with my bitter leaf. So I'm soaking it. That is the next day. After I pour out the hot water that is already cold, I'm adding my bitter leaf inside the corn. This is the fourth day of my soaking this corn. So I'm removing the leaves. I want to go and grind. I'm removing the leaves. You don't grind your leaf with the corn. You're only going to grind your corn. Now our corn is ready. Sorry, I didn't take it along to where I grinded it. I didn't really grind at home. I took it to someone that ground it out for me. Now all you just need to do right now is just to sieve. You get your sieving material. Then now there's something about corn processing pap. You have to make sure you dilute it so much so that you are not going to have difficulty sieving out the real pap from the shaft. So you have to try as much as possible to make sure that it is well mixed. If it's not well mixed, you are going to be stressed out. You are going to be finding it so hard to make this pap. Sorry, I'm using corn. So what you need to do is make sure you dilute to the point that everything is going to turn liquid, that you're not going to feel any lumps after mixing. So that will give you a proper way to make sure that your ogi, you are really going to sieve it out properly. Everything is going to be well sieved. But this method, it is still the same method to every other method. Just make sure that everything is well mixed. I was actually using the bowl, but I had to change to my arm because I realized it was not really diluting, that's it was not really separating with mixing up with the water, so I had to do that. So all I did here was just at once. Now this is 1 Congo of corn, that is 10 cups, that's 10 milk cups that I'm making. So you can see that I'm going to be pouring it everything. That makes it too so simple, so easy, and so fast. That's just the technique about it. Once you add enough water, you're going to have a very fast, you're going to do it very fast. Because when I was growing up, when I'm being asked to go and do this pap, sometimes I cry within. I was like, oh, when will I finish? And it takes me a very long time. But later, when I decided to look at it, I said, look, let me look for a way to make this thing that is going to be more easy for me. I'm not going to be stressing myself, and I'm going to be having fun. Then I moved into this method. Now, after that method, you can either you put your hand or you shake it up like this. Any of the two that is convenient for you, you can apply it. So that's why I'm showing the two sides. Sometimes I put my hand underneath and just press out so that the water will come out. Or sometimes I just juggle it up and down so that any method you use is perfect, is okay, provided the water is coming out. That is the ogi liquid is coming out. So you continue like that. Once you do the first set like that, you press it out. You can see that the water is not really going to come out so well. Everything is not going to dry the shaft. You are not going to achieve the shaft, just for the fact that it still contains some pap inside. So what I would do is, I'm going to, after squeezing the water to the level that I can no longer squeeze it, then I get a new bucket, a clean bucket, maybe the bucket you've used before or any bowl that you're about to use. Then you get that, then you just make sure everything is clean. Actually, I used this before, so I make sure that there's no shaft inside. So all you just need to do is more or less like you're starting all over with the same process you've gone through before. Just add your water and try as much as possible to just make sure that you sieve it out again and again. So I'll be doing this, I'll be repeating this method until I've achieved a perfect result whereby I don't have pap inside the shaft. So this is what I'm going to be doing repeatedly. And when you're doing this, you just have to like make sure you have enough water beside you, because everything I have to do with is water. All you need is just water all the way. So I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be making sure that everything is out completely. Don't mind me. Nowadays you cannot just afford to like pour anything away in this country. You have to make sure that you get everything, you get all the pap you should get from it before pouring out the shaft. Another thing is, I don't have anything I'm going to be using shaft for, so it's more or less is a waste. So I have to make sure that I don't just throw out pap instead of me throwing out shaft. Then make sure that your shaft, when you look at my shaft now, one thing about it, you can see that I'm able to squeeze it to show that everything is out. You can see it's so easy to drain. It's easy to squeeze because there's no pap in it. It's just ordinary shaft. And when you have shaft, it's easy to manipulate shaft because it has no substance inside. So this is our residues. This is what we got from the pap that we've just sieve, and you can see this is waste. I don't have anything. So I covered it up and allowed it to stay for more than 6 hours. By that 6 hours, it has settled down. So I'm getting just the water above. So I'm going to be packing out the water. Now I'm using a big bowl because it can't get to where the Akamu is. The Akamu is still down, that it has really settled down. So I'm just packing the water so that I'll be able to get the Akamu. After packing the water, you can't actually pack everything completely. So I'm still going to pour it back inside the sieve that I use. I'm going to pour it so that the water is going to drain out from it. So that is what I'm doing. So this is how we look at how it looks like after we have sieved and after it has stayed for hours. Then I'm going to pour it back inside my sieve that I use in sieving initially. What I just did to the sieve was I washed it, as in I make sure that the shaft inside, I wash everything away, I wash everything out. Then I'm using it again to sieve out the water so that I'm going to have a solidified pap. So I'm just pouring it in. I'm packing everything. I'm going to pour everything into that sieve. That's why I put it inside the bucket to suspend it so that they are not going it's not going to pour out. I have to be make sure that what I'm doing is perfectly okay. So I've packed everything now. You see, we are done with everything. I've packed everything inside. Then after packing everything, all we just need to do this time around is to tie it up. So I tied it up. I look for something to suspend the cloth that I have poured in my pap so that it's not going to absorb back the water that is coming out from it. So that's why I have to put it inside a bucket and suspend it. Now this is the result. Do you like our pap? Woo! Can you see? So this is it. I didn't really allow it to stay so long. That's why it's still like it has some little water inside. But if you really want it to be so dry, you can leave it for small hours to stay there so that the water will drain out. And this is our pap. Our pap is woo! Wow, so fine. I hope you like it. Now, if you look at it, it has no dirt, it has no color or anything inside. It's so neat and it's so fine. You can actually do this, especially when you're a nursing mother. It's good you give it to them because all these children, they don't want to eat in the morning. They don't like taking solid in the morning, so they prefer taking this pap. If you give them just 3-4 spoons, it's very good for their health. Our Akamu is ready. Can you see how it looks like? It's so fine. I'll tell you, I always like it. I like taking pap in the morning. I like it. It's very good, especially when you don't want to be fat. You want to have flat tummy, then pap is good for you in the morning. In the morning, you can take first thing first is you can take first pap. It helps to also reduce the fat in your stomach because that morning you're breaking your fast is not going to, you're not going to take in something heavy that is going to make you heavy for that day. So it's going to actually fill you up, but at the same time, you're not going to carry much weight. So this is our pap. Our pap is ready to eat. Can you see the way I cut it? I shaped it out. So if you want to pack it, you can either you pack it like this and put it in the freezer or you put it in the fridge. But if you're not doing any of the two, there's another method which you can also use. I'm also going to show you that in my next video. In case you're interested or you want me to do that, just put it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in my next video. Bye.